most heroic thing we can do now. Let's look the truth in the face.
The Night King is coming.
The dead are already here.
Stand your ground!
Hey everyone, it's Fentony. We've got the episode 3 trailer to break down. The episode doesn't have a title yet, but we're all calling the battle itself the Battle of Winterfell. The Night King and his army are here now. As always, we'll go through the trailer scene by scene and break it all down, see if there's any clues to what's going to happen. So it starts off with Unsullied and siege machines all lined up in formation. Grey Worm is leading the Unsullied, as usual. We get a Sansa voiceover. She says, the most heroic thing we can do now is look the truth in the face. You could say she's talking about Jon's parentage. He's told Daenerys, maybe he's told everyone else before they die. But I don't think that's a major issue right now. The battle is the number one concern. She could be talking about the battle itself, maybe face the fact that everyone's gonna die. Even though they have 2 dragons, the Night King still has a much bigger army, and like Jon says, they can't win in a straight fight. You could say if they still had all 3 dragons alive, it'd be a different story, but if Viserion never died, it's likely the Night King never would have crossed the wall. As for Sansa's role in the battle, she's obviously not a fighter. She is on the walls in the trailer. Some people think she might go down the crypts, but I don't think she will. I think she'll stay up on the walls and be there for her people. She's not a fighter, but she's a leader, and the people look to her for strength. The next shot is Jon and Dany looking down on Winterfell from somewhere up high. Have they flew off on their dragons and they're waiting up here for the Night King and Viserion to reveal himself. The Night King was not in episode 2, the White Walkers and the Army of the Dead are here, but there's no sign of the Night King. Maybe he has a plan and he's holding back for now. Maybe he knows that Jon and Bran are waiting for him in the Godswood, they're going to try and lure him in there and kill him. Because they believe if they kill the Night King, the entire Army of the Dead will fall. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. Jon wants the dragons to be close to Bran, but not too close, the Night King won't come. I think the Night King has very similar powers to Bran. He's probably a green seer. His mark means he knows where Bran is. It's likely that he's using visions to find out what's going on at Winterfell. He probably knows they have a plan to kill him. Whilst they're up here, it's likely Jon's going to try to talk to Daenerys about the whole Aegon Targaryen reveal. Honestly, there's no time for that and she's probably going to get angry, but there's a high chance they could die in this battle, so they might never get the chance if they don't do it now. But the Night King is their number one concern. They have to be ready. Jon's rode Rhaegal once, he was never very good at it, but he seems to have bonded Rhaegal. Rhaegal knew exactly where Jon wanted to go. He's going to have to do it again, and he's going to have to be ready to fight. We get lots of character shots in this trailer. You've got Sam and the Unsullied. This is probably just when he's left little Sam and Gilly down in the crypt. He wouldn't go down himself, he wants to be part of the battle. Sam's faced the dead before and he's even killed a White Walker. Sansa and Arya are on the walls. It looks like Sansa is going to stay for people. Brienne's commanding the left flank, so it's likely Arya's job is to defend Sansa. But I imagine Arya's probably going to sneak off and try and assassinate some White Walkers. She might leave Sansa vulnerable. Davos is also on the walls of archers. We know it's his job to give the signal to light the trench, but perhaps he's unable to. Tyrion wanted to be there to do it as well, but Dany told him get in the crypt, but obviously Tyrion's not going to stay down there. We do see some shots from the main trailer, so these are just repeats. You've got Varys, Gilly, Little Sam in the crypts along with others. I'm getting massive Helm's Deep vibes here. You know, it's a nighttime battle, impossible odds. And the people down the crypt are like the people in the caves of Helm's Deep. The women and children are down there and they can hear the battle from above. So Tyrion's likely in the crypt here, it does look like it to me. He was sent down there by Daenerys because she wants him to live so that he can help her gain the Iron Throne, but he's not going to stay down there. Like I said, maybe Davos is unable to give the signal, so it's up to Tyrion. We know fire is incredibly powerful against the Whites. It probably has no effect on White Walkers, or at least we don't think anyway, because the Night King's, every time he's walked through fire, you know, the flame itself kind of diminishes. Dragonfire is a big difference, it's much more powerful, much hotter, but we'll see what happens. Another old shot from the trailer of Jorah. We know Jorah is Heartsbane now, the Tarly Valyrian Steel Sword, but I think Jorah's going to die in this episode, and Sam's going to pick the sword up. We get more dialogue. Jon says the Night King is coming. It looks like a battle-worn Jon in the Godswood. We know that's where Bran's going to be to try and lure the Night King in. It looks like the weather's getting worse. Jon always says the Night King brings a storm, so as the weather gets worse, perhaps he gets closer, or he has some control over the weather just to make it harder for the living. He's on the ground here, so I don't know what's happened to Rhaegal. Maybe he's been knocked off. Maybe Rhaegal's dead at this point. I think the Night King and Jon do go 1-on-1, but Jon loses. I don't think Longclaw can kill him. Valyrian Steel cannot kill the Night King in my opinion. It might even shatter. It's been able to kill White Walkers in one hit, but the Night King's different. He has Dragonglass inside of him, and we do believe Dragonglass is an important part in the smithing progress for Valyrian Steel, so it makes sense that it's not going to kill him. So more battle formation shots. We saw the map in episode 2 in the war room meeting. We have a rough idea of the layout of the battle, but like Jon said, the living cannot win. All they're doing is holding off the dead, and they're planning to kill the Night King. Back in season 7, Jon told Beric you don't understand when Beric suggested killing the Night King. Obviously the Night King's incredibly powerful. I don't think he's going to die in episode 3. I think he makes it down to King's Landing for another battle in episode 5. More shots from the main trailer of Arya running through Winterfell. We don't know what's chasing her. It's likely White Walkers or Whites. It might even be a newly made White that was once her friend. We get even more Unsullied battle shots. They make up a massive part of Dany's army and they're amazing soldiers. They're going to be vital to holding off the army of the dead. Beric and the Hound are inside Winterfell, maybe trying to help Arya. The Hound has his new Dragonglass axe and Beric still has his flaming sword. I think Beric's going to die at this point, maybe give the Kiss of Life to the Hound. Or maybe even Arya, who's kind of replaced Lady Stoneheart in the books, who Beric did bring back. I think the Hound will pick up the flaming sword. He'll have to face his fear of fire and use it against the army of the dead. This shot is incredibly dark, you can't really see who it is, but it's definitely Daenerys on Drogon. She flies down maybe from the hill. The dragons are the living's biggest weapon. Drogon and Rhaegal could do incredible damage to the army of the dead, but they're going to be busy with Viserion. I think Drogon is going to nuke the Night King with Dragonfire, but the Night King will just laugh it off, and maybe kill another dragon. Again, more Unsullied battle shots, they're going to be important in this battle. We see Theon with flaming arrows in the Godswood. We know he's defending Bran. I think Theon's probably going to die, which is so sad because he's such an amazing character. No one liked him back in the day, but he's one of the best characters now. Jon's in the Godswood drawing Longclaw, ready to fight the Night King, and I think he's going to lose. It is 82 minutes long, so lots of stuff's going to happen, but I just don't see the Night King losing at Winterfell in his first battle. I think he needs a victory here, and he needs to get down south. Cersei has to see the army of the dead. Dany says the dead are already here. Perhaps Jon's trying to talk to her about the Iron Throne and the fact he doesn't care about it. Obviously Dany was not happy at the end of the episode, but the dead are here now. They need to forget about it and fight, but then again they might not get the chance. Dany's in her white coat again. She doesn't have any armour on. Obviously it's cold, but she should be wearing armour. It looks like the dead are marching through the icy wind as Brienne shouts, "Stand your ground." Remember, she's commanding the left flank with Jaime, Pod and the Knights of the Vale. This is going to be a massive part of the battle, and I think Jaime is going to die in this one. So that's it, that's the trailer. Many characters said their goodbyes last episode. This is it. The Night King is here. So in the comments below, I want to know what you thought about the trailer. Why are Jon and Dany on that hill? Are they waiting on the Night King and Viserion? And leave your death predictions as well. I want to know who you think's going to die. If you have any requests for videos, just let me know. And as always, make sure you subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.